Dude, if I told you the power bills we pay.
What is the power bill over here?
Oh, well, it depends. So we look for split AC units, which isn't a thing here. So like they have ACs installed in each room that control the climate.
Hey, I got a split AC in my sunroom. They're badass, actually.
Dude, so if you have a split AC in your house, so like the house we bought was like 3,000 square feet and we paid about $350 for power. But then I moved downtown, 2 central air units, and we were paying about $800 a month for power.
Ooh. What were you paying to like lease it? Did you own or lease?
We rented it.
What was that a month?
$2,800 a month.
In US dollars?
USD.
Everything is USD.
Yep. Don't ask me how much I rent my house for.
Try to conserve energy. It's probably you're still gonna get $500.
That's sweating.
So
it's
it's
like
literally
living the Filipino style, like air on 78, shorts, tank tops. Yeah,
Sweating.
$500-$600.
So it's not. I mean, so y'all that in that situation, it's not like $500 a month living. It's a lot,
Dude. And like in Mississippi, I paid like $20 for water or something. Pay $100 for water there, which was.
Oh no, wait, we got other companies, third party companies coming in, and they're
Dude, this dude's paying like $300 for water now.
Bro, I think you got a leak.
well, I mean, there's
Somebody got a hose hooked up to your shit, ran to
Yeah.
their backyard.
No, it's not. They just add stuff. So, like for instance, living in Gaucher, I mean, your cousin's Casey, the mayor.
They didn't combine their
Woo!
garbage and
Hey, January 3rd election. Vote Casey Vaughn. Mayor
So
of
they
Gaucher.
used to have like city utilities in Gaucher, and this is before Casey became mayor. But they sell utilities to private companies now.
Yep.
So they add in extra sewer, cleanup. So your water bill is not like your water bill anymore. It's like, you're paying money for like road clean. They're just billing in. They bill in on their utilities.
Everything that they do.
Oh yeah. So I had a mattress store and I was paying $38 a month for it on Highway 90 right there next to Body Quest.
I
And
remember.
then it was just cold water, one toilet, cold water, $38. And then when they came in, that's Clearwater Solutions. You know who you are.
I do.
Yeah.
I remember Clearwater.
I went against them. Yeah. But my bill went from $38 to like $170
Jesus, for water?
because they add other things in it. Like your water bill is your sewer bill now. It's all in one. So they'll do like a sewer treatment. And they'll be like, you'll have sewer, then you'll have sewer treatment. And you're like, why do we have 2 sewers? And it's like, just an added.
Is that during Gordon's tenure?
Yeah, right there. I think he was a big part of it. Yeah, he was. I mean, it was right around that time. But it's just an added thing. If you look at your bills, where out and now, I mean, from Gulfport, Gulfport's getting a little higher with that water bill. I mean, you don't just have water. You're paying for trash pickup. You're paying for cleanup. A lot. Different water bills here now.
Yeah, Guam in general is ridiculous. I should have sent you a picture of 12, like a dozen eggs. It was $14 for a dozen eggs. My wife sent me a picture of it while she was shopping. I was like, you got to be shitting me. There's no way.
I was like, I'm buying this egg, but it's gonna have
I was like, we're
like 3 weeks worth.
We're eggless. It's going to be bacon and potato
$14
for 12 eggs.
It went up like that.
There's like wild chickens in Guam.
'Cause
They had us like
everything.
trying to trap chickens and get some hatching, and it gets crazy out there, man.
It's a beautiful island, but it gets crazy. Like
eggs went up here, so I could only imagine. I mean,
Dude, there was a big egg shortage.
I'm pretty sure the district would go under if you didn't have eggs.
yeah. No eggs.
Like, and so what else is like more expensive over there? Like I thought it was like I'm thinking it's cheaper.
Fuel is about $6 a gallon for your base rate. So what I've enjoyed, I got to put premium in the vet. So I'm paying like $3 and some change for premium for the vet. I'm like, this is too easy. Too easy.
I mean, so
Oh, here, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
how long does it take you to? I mean, for you in Guam, like miles you would drive in a day?
Guam time's different. Island time, so like I could drive for 10 miles, and that's too far for me on Guam because nobody wants to move that much because everything's so close. So like, if I drive 20 minutes in a day, I'm like, "Ugh, I'm done with this shit. I gotta go home."
Right.
Did
Like,
you-
what's the population of Guam? I mean, like, how big is Guam?
That's a good question. 20, 30,000, something like that.
That's a good question. I'm not sure, but you can actually drive the whole pond for like 2 hours.
2 hours, you can hit a lap around the whole island.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome.
Now, what about?
Don't drive too fast. Because it's only
35 miles an hour the whole
Yeah.
island.
35.
What
We do
about scooters? Seems like
So
I gotta tell you, I'm
You-
hitting 39 on the golf cart these days.
it's all
got
turned
some
up.
forced induction.
The next time you flip it, that's gonna
That's
be it.
called the what kind of batteries it is? Lithium
Turbo.
Lithium batteries.
Yeah, it's lithium. He gets a little rowdy when he comes with his reverb.
Oh, you got some nice batteries.
If it says green, he'll go like this. He'll dig into the red a little bit.
So no, I just got a house outside of Golf Cart District. Technically, it's like 200 yards outside of it. So the speed limit goes to 35, and I just upped the par a little bit and push it up. 'Cause, dude, when I pull out in the morning, the school zone's right there, and I got cops looking at me, so I'm like keeping up with traffic.
You are keeping up with traffic. You're beating traffic.
You got to get tagged for that thing and all. if you're
Yeah,
out?
yeah. It's $50 an annual now, but they'll probably go up on that.
Do you have to technically be street legal? Headlights, blinkers, all that stuff.
Yeah,
There's an inspection now.
yeah, it's straight up inspection.
It is not much to it though. Horn, blinker, reflective tape. on
Bottle of liquor in the
both sides.
seat. and-
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
We actually got heartbroken the other night. We saw our first DUI on a golf cart.
Yeah,
They definitely were trying to lead by example on it. They did it right here on government.
right here in front of the bar.
Right in front of
No.
the bar, had a big audience about it. I don't know what the hell he was doing to get a DUI on a golf cart.
I'm gonna butt in right here.
Yeah, go
That's
ahead.
bold for Ocean Springs, considering
bold.
the news
Considering
that just
how
dropped
much-
about the ticketing scandal.
The insurance
It's like,
ticketing
really?
scandal.
You're gonna be out here on Government Street giving DUIs when you've been giving insurance tickets and not routing them through the court system? That's bold.
I
That's
got
bold.
cruising the coast. I got arrested for sitting Indian style in downtown Ocean Springs, and because I have cerebral palsy. It was 6 o'clock. I was sitting there, and somebody told me to get up. Like I guess parents, because I stretched my back. Walking from Porter all the way to the market over there. It's
Yeah.
a long walk for me, and then I started having pains.
Mm.
So then I just don't have a chair. I don't need a chair. I'll just sit on the ground, and I was stretching. And then when I started stretching and I got up, there were 2 officers that pulled me aside, told me to leave, and I'm like, I'm not leaving. And they arrested me. I was in there 14 hours. I could see it get more aggressive.
You're
I got the mugshot right over
Yeah,
there.
I appreciate you too calling him. He's like, they're both freaking out. He's calling. Shout out to
I just didn't
Chris.
want you to be sitting over in Pascagoula.
Yeah.
No one gonna come get
But
you.
I'm not. It's literally 6 o'clock, and I'm sitting there going like, this is. If you tell
My
me,
buddy's the cop who booked him.
Yeah.
Like he had to take him to the jail in Pascagoula.
no, he didn't take me. He got me out.
He didn't arrest him. He
Chris wouldn't do that.
transport.
No, he had to transport him to Pascagoula, and he's like, I think I just took your buddy to Pascagoula. I just want to call him. See him.
You got a mugshot for that?
It's right there.
It's right
Yeah,
there.
it's over there.
Yeah, well, shit. It's
I need to see that.
I'll show you.
It was good. 'Cause I was ready. I was like, I got in there, and there's a couple kids that are like the new officers. They watched the pod.
How old are cops now? That's a
The-
weird. Is that a weird
the
question?
The jail cops are about 20, 22?
I've seen baby fat on them.
Yeah, they're young.
That's what I thought. I feel like it would be weird to have an interaction with
Yeah.
police now.
right here. I was so excited because I want to do merch with it. I'm gonna do merch.
And you're smiling.
Yeah, because I know what's about to happen. I know what's about to happen. This is you like.
Did you say my dad owns a dealership?
No, I was saying with Scott, legally though, no. I'm talking about knowing that you can't just arrest somebody because you think a certain way. There's
Well, the problem is that they put you on the internet everywhere. You know, it's not innocent until proven guilty because you're on the internet everywhere with the charge. And even if you get off, everybody smears your name.
Yeah, I've seen a few people I know on the internet from around here getting arrested.
Most of us meth.
I mean,
Oh yeah,
but if
There's a
it's-
lot
but
around
if it's
here.
a public drunk or a DUI or
we've all
disorderly,
been there
come on,
at
that's
some
living
point,
life. That's all
officially or unofficially.
Oh, it's big. He's right though. It's big now.
I mean,
Like,
if it's
There's people that will. I mean, once my clip came out, was it went all around.
Jojo, do you run that like Ocean Springs Talk of the Town page?
I don't do that shit at all.
Who runs that, dude? You know that? You know who that is?
we're still trying to figure out who the hell. runs it.
I don't know. It's just
I tried to join for the shit of it, and they didn't let me.
I have
This
speculation, but I don't know who it is.
Let's hear it. Breaking news.
There's not much more of it. I mean, it's just people complaining about new people moving in, affordable housing. There's just so much more where it's like, that I would say that page is like, we can't do this, or everybody's just trying to be like their own government body of the city now. Like they all own Ocean Springs. But like I said, I have a birth certificate here. Like, I remember this place when I was a kid, and it's like it's serious. Like they'll get in this situation with the city. They're like, no, this ain't, like, you can't do this, or you can't develop this, or you can't build this. And it's like, you're not even from here. Like, you've been here for 10 years. Like, stop.
You go to them city council meetings and
I would
say your
never.
piece?
Gaucher was enough for me. Like,
we miss you in Gaucher, by the way.
I know, but it's a lot. It's just too much. What do you think about these pages, like the groups?
Well, I'm listening to you say you got a birth certificate from here, and someone started a fight with me because I don't have a birth certificate from here.
Oh my god! Well,
Somebody
sorry,
started a fight because you.
but I'm
I said I wasn't from here.
but I'm pro.
That's
But I'm pro people coming here. Like, bring them in.
you had to leave with the birth certificate in this.
Well, it happened.
I guess mine's from Louisiana. I grew up here.
But they take it serious. I mean, like, it's serious.
Yeah, you were born in Louisiana, but you came here when you're like 1.5 years old. So like, you're not from here, boy.
Yeah.
You ain't from here. Go
30
back to where you came from.
wherever that is. Yeah.
Lee, it's a big thing down here, though. It's like, if there's people that have not been here a long time, they throw a fit.
Yeah,
It's like,
there's people like that.
it's crazy.
annoying.
It's like, if you tell people, if you're one of the number one cities in the United States, like, you should be able to buy a home or live here. Or if you own a coffee shop, you should be able to build 4 stories. If you're paying for it, you should grow. Like, you should be able to make your own decisions. That's all. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
wrong or right. It's freedom, right? Like, this is.
Yeah, well, we screamed about it till we're blue in the face with all the politics. But
yeah, man, it's a lot.
I'm not gonna lie, being gone for so long and coming back and then hearing all the juice, like all of it at one time.
you're glad you weren't
It is. I enjoy it in a twisted way. I'm like, oh man, lots been going on.
We're gonna mess with this fence.
What's wrong? You want 2 or 3 story shop?
I mean, no, just in general, if you have a business, you can build what you want.
Yep.
Or if you own a home, if you want to tack onto your house, you should be able to tack onto your house. If you
Hey,
own the
Mark.
property,
Do you know where the focus is on that lens right there? No. It's just a little blurry. Yeah, you can't really tell.
you just got to just roll that lens left to right.
On the front lens.
Yep.
Yeah, I know, but I'll let you know.
Oh.
Go the other way.
Other way. Up there. Better.
I think it's better.
That's way better. Thank you.
Ooh.
What about Gaucher coming up?
So every time I come home, I look for real estate and stuff like that. I got a few buddies that do renovation work, so I'm always got my finger on the pulse trying to figure something out. And they're telling me Pascagoula Gaucher is kind of ground level. Ocean Springs is there, basically. You got to pay to play here now. Gaucher and Pascagoula are going to be the places where you can still get in while it's being built. I'll tell you something that is it was kind of frustrating for me while I've been overseas, because in all the countries, me and my wife were talking about retirement planning and stuff, and I'm looking at geographic arbitrage. I'm like, where can I go, make my dollar go the furthest, live the best, and just be stress free. And for shits and giggles, I started researching in the US. And so I use Google. I pay for ChatGPT too to run cost benefit analysis and different things. So I ran a retirement analysis on the US, and I focused on specifically the price of waterfront real estate or real estate by the water, commercial or private. My dollar, how far it'll go, and the area. And it spit out the coast of Mississippi. And I was like, you got to be shitting me.
Total
It was like-
unsolicited, I love it.
It was like home. You got to go home. And man, every time I come back here and I visit friends and visit family and stuff, I always get bit by the bug, man. I always leave, and you can ask my wife. I'll look at her and I'm like, what would you say if I said I wanted to move back home? And she's like, I'm cool with it. And I think it's because she's so cool about it. I'm like, okay, maybe not. If she fought me on it, I'd be like, oh no, we're going. But yeah, I did the research on it. Just if for some reason I want to come back to the US, coast of Mississippi. And I was like, well, okay. Guess I need to start looking at real estate and go, Shay.
That's the good thing for having me. If you don't want it here, you can be an Asian country.
Her being from the Philippines, we can just buy there. As long as she's 60% owner, we can get whatever.
So you can actually own property over there.
We're married, yes.
So that's
But
how that
it's
works. Yeah.
always,
Cool.
the local one.
Yeah, has to be 60% in the local's name, unless you're buying a condo, because then you don't own land. You own, it's like a 50-month lease.
What's an acre over there in the Philippines? Where y'all been looking?
That's the one right there.
So it's an acre. It's not much.
AC, how much?
AC.
Is that the currency AC?
1,000? Well,
No, 20.
20,000
Yeah,
for an acre.
20 or 40 now.
And Angeles City is a
Are
big
we talking
hub.
U.S. on that?
Yeah.
Okay. How much to build a home there? Like, let's say you want to build a 1,500 square foot spot.
I can build a 1,500 square foot compound. We're talking
That
full
depends on the size.
concrete wall. I can probably hire
Swimming
security
pool,
guards
swimming
for like
pool.
100,000. Yeah.
What?
It depends. It just
That includes the purchase. That probably includes the purchase.
What
That
bank do I need
includes
to
the
start
first of the
transferring to?
You can have somebody
And
to
so-
manage it too.
Depending on where you choose to live, so like you can choose to live in a city center like a Manila or Angeles City.
Then it's
If you
much
go
more.
out into a province where the real Filipinos live, you can build a compound, and it is cheap.
And you got beaches and views.
It's better out there because you
I wouldn't
got
want to live in a city if I
No,
was living there. I'd wanna-
nah.
If
You
it's a province, it's like you have 20,000 US dollars, you have a mansion.
you could probably buy one for that, not build it in a province. But yeah, like,
Yeah.
and the
Trying to
cost to
sell it you
survive,
guys.
the cost to survive there, man. I could survive for $800 a month probably. Food,
Yes.
water,
Yes.
everything like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It just depends on what
You
type
got to
of
be able to
living
live in
you
the
want.
province though, which is a lot different. You're not gonna have city amenities. We're talking like street vendor, people grow their own food. It's very humble. It's a very humble lifestyle.
Still has market, but
You can put all your first world stuff in your house, but when you leave, you're shopping at humble markets and all this stuff.
flea market.
Yeah.
I mean, so let's go to the security, like local security. Like, how many? If you live in the province, like you have to have security.
No, you're safe.
Yeah,
Everybody
People are
is
good.
welcoming and good. Even maybe they will come to your house, but they're going to give you food. Like, hey, we cooked something and we wanted to share it with you.
you should
That's how it is.
shower in the Philippines.
What's that?
You know
like?
what? Come shower with me in the Philippines, JoJo.
What's
Let
that
me
like?
take you.
Let's go into.
What's that like?
So me, completely unprepared, I go visit my wife in the provinces. Don't really know what to expect. time to shower. So I walk in a room, and there's no shower head. There's nothing to turn. It's just tile. I look down, there's like a toilet bolted to the ground, but there's nothing. You can't flush a toilet. I'm looking around. I'm like, what the fuck do I do? So there's a bucket there, and there's a spigot coming out, and it's got a scoop. They call it tabo. So Tabo.
Yeah.
So squat down, fill the bucket of the water, throw it over my head. Water's pretty fucking cold too. It'll wake your ass up, which is good because it's hot in the Philippines. So yep, I'm just squatting there, showering
Yeah.
with the bucket of water and the spout.
If you flush the toilet, you gotta put that big bucket of water to pour it in the toilet.
Yep.
That's how you flush it.
You want to hear something else funny? Our 11-year-old. So our 11-year-old boy. So he was in the Philippines through 5.
Yes.
So he's, he knows the deal. He's in the culture, right? He knows what he got to do. No toilet paper. They wash with tabo, so the bucket of water.
You wash
It's kind of like a bidet.
So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, so they wash their butt, and it's clean because you wash it with water, right? Where we wipe with toilet paper. So I get him to the States. I bought my house in Guam. I install sprayers. So he was kind of spoiled. He got to spray. So everything's still good.
bidet.
Then we moved downtown to my townhouse. I'm not installing sprayers in the townhouse because it's not my property. Now he's got to use toilet paper. Well, I don't I don't know the struggle up to this point that this 9-10-year-old at the time is going through, right? All of a sudden our toilets just start clogging. Too much toilet paper. I'm like, what are you're 38 pounds. What's going on? So after I'm talking to him, then I just hear the shower start going off after he uses the bathroom. So this dude will just do his business and then shower because he's like, I'm done. I'm not trying to use toilet paper. I'm just going to clean this shit off because I don't have my
Not
bucket.
used to it, because he thought it's not clean to just wipe with a toilet paper or a wet wipes. Because back in our culture, you wash.
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta wash with water and soap it and all of that. So he's used to that. So when he got here, he was like, "Mommy, like it's not clean if you just wipe it like that." So
I think we lost our camera.
So let me paint a picture for y'all. I'm in the province. There's a restaurant, right? It's
I think so. Let me refresh it. Oh, a second.
I don't think so. Wow.
There it goes. Got it. All right, we're back.
Go ahead.
so I'm in the Philippines visiting my wife. We're in the province because it's more fun there. There's a restaurant, all you can eat for 250 pesos, $5. All you can eat, $5. Got to use the restroom. Cool, no problem, right? So I go in this bathroom. Again, I'm in an area this thin. It's like touching my shoulders. So I do my thing. I don't think about it, and then I look around at the end, and I'm like, "Oh no, no toilet paper. Just see the bucket of water. I'm fully clothed, and I'm in a room this big.
For us, that's a lot of room.
So
For you
Is it like Demolition Man where you had like
there's this
details?
American dude, and so I'm like, we're in the province, so it's like concrete floors, like doors are kind of fashioned out of whatever they can get. So I'm sitting in this stall, and I'm like, no toilet paper. There's water. I'm clothed. What do I do? So this first world dude has to get butt ass naked in this small bathroom stall to try to wash himself off so he can go back out in this restaurant with his family because that's all I got. So I'm like in here, I'm trying to like hang my pants on the roof on like splinters I see so I can get this thing and clean. It's an adventure, to say the least. But
It's worth it though.
oh, those experiences are so much fun.
you're saying, I mean, you're talking about going to Philippines next year.
I'm learning right now. Like,
Hey, bring yourself some 10-ply,
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
some man wipes, or what do they call it?
Dude, why?
Bro wipes.
Man, Lee, tell us about the bull run, man.
So
That's what I'm trying to.
let's see, 2018.
Is that the same destination we're always on?
2018, I planned to run with the Bulls. Tore everything in my knee, and I've had multiple surgeries since then, and it's kept putting it off. So that trip was more than just like a trip. It was like a culmination of multiple knee surgeries and physical therapy and all this stuff. So it had to happen. This was it? It was after Mace was born. So it was after the baby was born. So she's like, "You're gonna go die from a bull, and you have 2 kids." But I had to do it. So I met a fraternity brother of mine out there. His name's Eric Presley. He had already been once. He didn't run. I remember waking up that morning. He looked over at me and he was like, "Fuck." He's like, "Are you really running?" It's like, there's no doubt. I said, "I'm committed. I don't care what you do. I'll be on the track and I'll be ready. You can be there or you cannot. If you don't want to run, don't do it." The buildup for him was real. We went through the track beforehand, and we kind of, now when you get out there, the police clear the street, clean it up, and get ready for the bulls, because there's 12 or 14 bulls that are 2,000 pounds. These bulls are bred to just be
Monsters.
a menace, and then steer run them to keep them moving. Excuse me. So the cops push you off the route and they lock you in like these little spots to hold you until you can get back on the route. So I'm like shoulder to shoulder. There's a ton of anxiety. I look at my boy. He's like full panic attack. I'm like, "You can't turn back now. You might as well just chill." So we get back on the route. First firework goes off. So you hear shoo. That means the gates open. The bulls are on the route. Hear the second firework. All the gates all the bulls are out. And the gates closed. So the second firework told us we have 1 minute until the bulls get to us. So
You start running at that point, or
the street, no, we don't. You don't run yet. The street is probably, it's narrow. It's probably the size of government, except the buildings on each side, they touch and they're brick.
yeah,
So there is no alley. There's no side street. The doors are closed and locked because the businesses don't want the bulls to vandalize the business. And if you talk to experienced people, if you hide, you get hurt. You got to run. So we're sitting there after the second firework and adrenaline's kicking in, right? And I'm looking at my buddy and he's just like, can't believe that I got him out there. He's just like, oh shit. And I'll never forget, first thing I saw was the wave of humans, because it was called Death Curve. You can Google all this stuff. Like you can look on YouTube at the videos of the run for 2024. I may pop up in there.
Picture that you posted of him, like there's like 2,000 people.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
So first thing I saw was a wave of people fly across this curve and they start coming at you. And so the experienced people are like, turn sideways, make yourself thin, let the crowd come through. Because if you get knocked down, that's when, if the bulls want to be nice, they'll jump over you. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they just run over you. So I'm letting people pass. And then I see, when I'm in the crowd, I feel the ground start shaking. Then I hear the crash of the bulls hit the curve. And so they sent someone to the hospital that we were with. They ran him into the outside of the curve. So he went down. Paramedics got him. Bulls start heading our way. I feel the ground before I see the bulls. And then I see the first bull, and I turned and just started sprinting. And my plan and my focus was there were 5 lanes. You split the course in 5. 1, 2, 3 in the middle, 4, 5. You stay like 4 and 5. The bulls try to stay in 3 and 4, and they call it running on the horns. You can run in front of them for a little bit and then veer off if you're feeling ballsy. So my fight or flight kicked in, dude. Only thing I could compare it to is like if I was in a firefight, maybe that's what it would feel like.
Yeah.
But as soon as I saw that first bull, I turned, took off. I'm running, and I remember bouncing off people. The Spaniards are small, so they were just bouncing off my shoulders. They weren't moving fast enough. People were falling down. My focus.
Were you knocking them down? You were knocking them down?
I mean, so they tell you don't stop. They tell you move.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm going through people if I need to, and I'm just trying not to fall, because if you fall, bad news. And then I remember looking to the left, and I don't know, I'm about 6 foot, and I see the back of a bull, and I'm just like, I couldn't think of anything other than like, oh shit, this could be it. And I just keep sprinting, and I see, because they're going to overtake you. They're way faster and way more powerful. So I just see more bulls, more bulls, more bulls. And then I see a steer, and I veer in the middle, and I'm following the steer. And then I remember the guy, he's like, when you think it's done, it's not done. Stay back to the side. There'll be more coming through. So I got back over, more bulls passed, and then I followed them into the arena, the bullfighting arena, and there's hundreds of people in the arena that are messing with all the bulls. So they're like taunting and trying to get them to chase. So I'm like trying to take pictures while not being gored. So I'm out there like,
Okay, so once you get into the arena, there's people that can distract the bulls, and everybody kind of messing with them.
So the people play with the bulls, but the Spanish, they want the bulls to go into the, like, I don't know what they call it, basically where they store them
Okay.
until the bullfights happen. And they want the dangerous bulls stored for the bullfights. And then they let out these they call them teenage bulls, like adolescent bulls. If you saw these bulls, you're like, teenage my ass. They're
Yeah.
fucking 700 pounds. And so the teenage bulls come out, and people will play with these bulls, and they got little balls on their horns so you can't get gored. And so they'll just come and flip you around. And I'm just out there trying to take pictures. Took a picture. I remember looking, and this bull looked into my soul, and I was like, oh, fuck, don't move. It's like a T-Rex. They're not going to see you. And he ran right at me, and I was like, yep, fuck that. Jumped over the wall, left the arena. My buddy and I were supposed to meet in the Coliseum, like the bullfighting Coliseum, because that's what was cool. When you finish a run, you finish in the middle of the arena that the Spanish do all the bullfights in. And this was a special time they do bullfights on horses. But anyway, me and my boy were supposed to meet there. Didn't find him. So I'm outside talking to paramedics. I'm like, hey, you seen like this tall white guy, American dude? And they're like, we don't have time for you. We have people to take to the hospital. So I was like, okay. Next plan was there's this famous restaurant in the square. So the San Fermin Festival is 14 days long. They do like 7 bull runs, and it's one of the biggest parties you'll ever be a part of. I feel like it's bigger than Mardi Gras. And everyone out there is great. So we met at this specific restaurant that is, so if you run with the bulls, when you're done, what you're supposed to do is go get a mix of chocolate milk and cognac, a cognac and chocolate milk drink. And it's like to bless your run and thank God you survived and all that. And so I went there, and he was already there eating. He didn't make it into the arena or anything. I was like, all right, well, at least you're alive. One of the wildest experience. I'd do it again.
Maybe
if
them district boys should go on a bull run.
They're gonna fucking be on your back or what?
I think you're going to be on your back, and I'm going to be at that restaurant eating.
All right.
full breakfast, chocolate milk and cognac is not as bad as you think.
I like cognac.
Some old 60-year-old man tried to give me mushrooms. I'm like, dude, I can't do it. Can't do it out here. Guys got to go back to work.
I did it.
But the people are super nice. So if you ain't got to go to work, they'll take care of you out there.
When you were there in your experience, so like, so then you're always saying focus more on the locals versus like the tourist spots. So you seem like you spent more time with locals.
In Pamplona, yeah, it's a big local spot in Spain. And then we left there and went to the Basque country, which is like northern Spain on the beaches. That was another experience I wasn't prepared for. Me and my buddy, I wanted to get in the Arctic up there, north of Spain, the Bering Strait, whatever the strait is between the UK and all that, in that sea. So I want to get in the ocean. We go out there, we grab a coffee and a beer, and I'm walking out on the beach, and there's not a lot of clothes out there. Nobody has a lot of clothes on.
So it's a new beach.
It's a whatever beach.
It's a new beach.
Yeah.
Okay.
However you're feeling. And your age groups from 2 naked kids running around to like 80. I walked by a group of 6 75-year-old women that nothing on. And there's a local guy in front of us, which was super weird because we're walking behind this local guy going to the ocean. He looks, he's like, "What's going on, ladies?" And I look over and I'm like, I don't know what to say. That's weird.
Is that common for you? Like, is this not just in Spain, but like, the culture, like a lot of clothes going on there or what?
Filipinos are,
They're pretty conservative, huh?
yes, we are very conservative. So it's, especially if you grew up in a province, it's kind of like frowned upon if you're like way back when I was like teenagers and all that stuff. If I wear a crop top, my mom would be like, "What the fuck are you wearing?" Like, you cannot show your belly button, you cannot show like all of that.
We do now.
Yeah, it's not something that people in the province will do maybe in the city because everyone just know like the fashion and all of that stuff. But well, back in the province, you have to be way more conservative. And traditionally, you should only give your virginity to the person whom you're going to marry.
Yep, that's what I did for you.
That's what I'm talking about.
So would y'all do the bull run?
Yeah, I would do it. Get my cardio up.
So funny enough,
Yeah.
that's one of the that's funny you say that.
Cardio.
I researched that because I'm like, damn, am I gonna have to prep for this?
Like, how far is the run?
So it's less than a mile.
Okay.
If you want to run,
Yeah, but a full fucking sprint.
Adrenaline, though?
but you're not gonna run the whole course. You're not gonna run the whole course, and you're not gonna be at the beginning of the course.
Fly, not run.
The beginning is the most dangerous. So you'll probably be toward the end. You'll run the straightaway. It's just the best place to be, unless you want to run the curves, which is
It feels like you have to become one with the bulls at some point. Like you're within them.
And you're wearing a red scarf
And
too.
like, no, it's
So,
like,
yes.
so it's like, I mean, that's kind of how
On their shoulder.
you were so descriptive. Because I was going to ask you, like,
It wasn't
what's the, I mean, there's got to be some escape plan. Like
At some
I've seen
point, you become
videos.
allies with the bull.
If somebody starts getting gored and they try to climb up something, I mean,
Do you want me to tell you what the escape plan was? Like worst case scenario?
worst case scenario?
Ball up, fingers in,
Shit.
hands, fetal position. That's
Really? You don't think you just fucking make a damn?
excellent.
You can't get out anywhere.
so the reason they run the steers with them is to keep the bulls focused on moving, not on you. So what happens is if a bull gets separated, that's when shit hits the fan
Yeah.
because he doesn't have anything to guide him down the path and he starts focusing on you. And that's when the people who stop or try to hide or get out of the way, that's when they lose. Because if you're moving, you're never going to know that a bull has been separated because you're already way down the path. And so when they explain that to me, I'm like, okay, I'll just keep moving.
What kind of shoes were you wearing?
Did I wear? That's a good question. What did I have? I had,
Go back to that picture.
I do. I might have had some white Nikes on, white Nike 270 Air Maxes. And I'll tell you why. And this is because they match the white pants
This is true. Yeah.
that I had to wear with the white shirt and the red sash and all that.
He does match his clothes. He's very.
So I was like, yeah, I'll just wear these. I'm not running very far. It's 0.8, 0.7 miles at best. And you won't know it. Your adrenaline, I've never had a shot of adrenaline like that in my life.
What do you think your 40 was?
Then in high school, it was 4.5. On that,
3.9.
you had to be.
Had to have been.
My hair was windblown when I got into the dam. I was moving, and then bulls were still leaving me. Those people around me too, they didn't stand a chance. If you weren't moving, I was.
You're dropping them.
Anybody anybody die on that one?
Not die, but the guy that I told you that hit the corner, he was hospitalized pretty bad. We were with a group that the friend of mine that I went with, he was with before. And so they had really experienced runners. People go out there and run 20, 30 times. They have tattoos of like bull hooves on their arms and stuff. It's something people around the world do every year because that festival is so much fun. And that guy, I think this was his 38th, 39th year in the bull run. And he just finally got caught up. And he was running death curve. So it curves left first and then back right. The curve back right, they call death curve. And because he's an experienced runner, he's running through the curves, which they tell new runners not to do.
Got confident.
And he got caught up. One of the things, those bulls will just get a lot of momentum. And I heard him hit that wall. Oh, it's like thunder. And then the ground starts shaking. Dude, I'm getting
You have to pay to,
goosebumps
be a
thinking
part of
about it.
this?
What's
You have
up?
to pay to be a part of it.
No, actually, nah. So if you go to the festival and you're out there partying, you just got to make sure you're on the route the morning of the bull run and you run. And what's crazy is, so it's dangerous, but I saw 16 to 19-year-old kids drunk as hell out there
Running.
about to run with the bulls.
It's Madrid, or what?
Madrid is the capital.
What part of Spain was this?
Pamplona, which is, we flew into Madrid, then took a bus down to Pamplona. And we stayed in a hotel out there. I think it's southeast of Spain,
Like a couple hours or something?
Yep. like 2.5 hours, I think.
We went to Spain, but we were in Madrid and Valencia.
Yeah, we flew
But,
into Madrid and then we drove to Valencia.
July 7th through 14th, I think is the dates. Should make it
We
happen.
weren't there for that, but we talked about it. Just 'cause-
It's an experience you will never forget.
I'm not running shit.
Them District Boys live podcast. Running.
I'll run on your back. I'll get on his back. It's fucking swole bros. I'll get on that.
District Boys Live at the San Fermin Festival in Spain.
I can't protect us, but we're probably gonna die if you're gonna move back.
Where Anthony and Kate are going to run with the Bulls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but the same situation that
You're
like,
gonna see me riding the bull at the end of it.
but like he'll be the same way. Like how many people you knocked over while they were falling to the ground?
Oh,
There
I
a
was
lot.
seeing people fall. Lucky enough, the Bulls were jumping over them because as long as they're moving well and the steer, like they keep a good pace through the streets, and these are like cobblestone streets either. You're not getting no grip.
I was wondering, yeah.
Yeah, there's no grip.
Oh,
And people have been partying in these streets for
it's
2-3 days
noon
before.
that morning or something. Like, come on.
The cops do their best to like run a cleaner through there and clean the debris and stuff out for survivability. But I mean, yeah,
Was that so you've been doing that, and then
we went to Italy right after that too.
how long?
We were in Italy for a week and a half. We stayed in like an Airbnb in Rome.
What was that like?
Wow. I've never been in a city like that. You're walking around, you pass like a pizzeria, an ice cream shop, and then there's Roman columns. in the middle of just this area. I walked by this like clothing store, and then here's the Pantheon where Roman senators voted on government, just in the middle of the first world in Italy.
Oh shit.
We did a night tour out there too, which was cool, and we went through New Rome, Old Rome, and drinking and shit, and I'm chugging limoncello in the middle of fucking ancient ruins. I can't complain.
What made you want to start traveling like this? A kid from Gaucher, mom having corn dog 7. Like, what made you start traveling like this? Like, you really got into the whole, like, I'm going to go see places.
What is corn dog 7? Can we just get that out of the way first? Because you said corn dog 7, and like
You didn't. Oh, Kate's got to know.
No, what?
you didn't tell me.
You didn't know. You know. Oh, okay. So back in the day, Singer River Mall. Do you remember Singer River Mall?
No, I see that it's like it's got like a Ross now or something like that. It's the only
It's a
thing
Belk.
It's a Belk.
Do you remember Singer River Mall, Anthony?
Well, I wasn't here before Katrina.
It was,
Okay.
still, it was still kicking.
So in Gaucher, believe it or not, there was a gigantic mall, and it was very busy in the 80s and 90s.
Heard about it.
Damn, I'm dating myself. So my mom owned a franchise. It was called Corn Dog 7, and childhood was great because I would go into work. I'd eat like cheese on a stick, corn dogs, funnel cakes, and then I'd go down to like KB Toys and work for toys, and then I'd play on their PlayStation and sound shop and listen to Nirvana. But my mom owned the franchise in that mall that if you grew up down here, a ton of people ate there, and then it just shut down.
It was the first mall to go like ghost.
Yeah.
It was like the first
Mom
mall.
got a divorce. They shut the business down. Never
It
never
was-
reopened.
Growing up, like it was that mall where like they had like you said, KB Toys. They had
We got
music.
dropped off on
rock
weekends.
It had a movie theater. It was all like our parents just dropped us off, and we just.
You remember Power Play?
Yeah.
Dude, I had 17,000 tickets banked there when they shut it down.
It was the mall that our parents dropped us off in Jackson County, and then it
That's
just
sick.
slowly like went away. Like I actually bought my house in Hickory Hills, and I remember telling you this shit. Like 'cause I was like,
Mark, do you remember this? Did you go there? The mall in Gaucher.
Singer Mall.
When we moved here from Japan, we went to Grand Casino.
The Grand had a badass little arcade. at the
Oh,
bottom, too.
Kids Quest.
Kids Quest was dope.
Oh, that was for if you were spoiled, dude.
My
Kids
dad would drop
Quest.
me up there.
We only got it maybe once a year.
Oh, I went a lot. My dad gambled a lot, so I went a lot.
Yeah.
But so for the mall, when it started, they had like Cowboy Maloney's in there,
Oh yeah.
the electronic
Radio Shack,
store. Yeah, Radio Shack. But like our
Service Merchandise. Who remembers that name?
they did have it in there.
Service Merchandise.
So when I bought when I met y'all, when I bought my house over here in Hickory Hills, I bought my house knowing that they had tightwads. The movie theater already kind of like went downhill. It's the only thing that go to is Sears and the movie theater. So it's tightwad Tuesdays where you got like a pitcher of beer for $3 and a movie ticket for $2. And then I was like, I'm gonna buy that house because I'm gonna go to the movies. And there's the only movie theater you can drink beer and eat food at. So was like a big selling point for me to move over there. And I did that for a while, about a year, and then all of a sudden they did the handshake deal where they knocked it down, and that's why the Belk's by itself. They just demolished the whole entire thing through a handshake deal because they thought Walmart's going to get there.
Major selling point for real estate: $3 pitcher, $2 movie. It's usually what I look for when I buy houses. Like, y'all got a $3 beer, $2 movie around here?
That's me. That's just like a good
sold
movie.
Real estate. I was just thinking, sold real estate.
But that's what I like. For me, it was like I was just so
Like that in the Philippines.
I want to just go to the movie, and it's like you have the movie wouldn't you had like your own tables like silver screen.
So this mall was for our childhood. It was like where our parents would drop us off. And so you walk around and try to be cool in front of girls, and you got like a $20 bill in your pocket. So it's like, am I going to get ice cream? Am I going to get Chick-fil-A? Am I going to hit a movie? Do I hit the arcade?
Yeah.
Do I wait and see if I get some action in case I got to pay for two?
We have
know what I'm
one
saying?
theater in Grenada, and it was that, and there was Pizza Hut and Taco Bell, and that was our walk around.
Short walk.
If
Y'all
you
didn't
had
get as much
$20
exercise as we did,
We
but
had a big ball.
you know,
If you had $20,
you got to be proud of what you got.
I seen Fast and Furious 1 there. Fast and Furious 1. That's made me buy the Ford Lightning. Was I went to that mall
I seen Fast and Furious
and I was
2
like, I'm
there.
getting that Lightning.
When David Banner came on, the theater went crazy.
R.I.P. the movie theaters. So y'all had one too. You only had that one spot. Now it's like, I don't know, like $100 to have. Like I took Emily and Oliver. We went to the movie theater.
The left side was PG-13 and up. The right side was all the PG-13 below. And you're a big deal if you get on the left side.
Did you sneak in?
Well, there's no ID, so could you convince her that you were 13? That was the whole gig.
I snuck into Scream
What?
when it came out in the movie theater, and we got caught. Yeah, they came in. They're like, let us see your tickets. And I think I bought tickets for My Dog Skip or something that was out at the time.
Mighty Ducks.
I was like, here it is. And they're like, yeah, no, you got to go. I was like,
Damn it.
It was one of the good. That was one of the malls. But then I also knew that malls are about to start falling.
Yep.
That's when you realize all of a sudden Northern Grumman had their office there. Like you started seeing.
oh,
Like,
yeah. Office
JC
space
Penney's
popping
turned
up.
into an office space. You're like, shit.
You're telling me Cato's not going to make it here?
It's just everything turned into a business thing now, and it's like, but then you had
When
that
Chick-fil-A left, the Lord's Chicken departed, I knew it was done. I'm
Yeah.
like,
I'm not-
R.I.P.
But yeah, now I mean now they got the amphitheater. They're expanding out. The city actually bought that property from Lee, the Sands. Lee that owned the Sands with Butler. It passed away.
Okay.
Got killed with walking with his dog. He owned that mall, and he's the one that did the deal. So that actually the city actually bought it. It's about a year ago for them to actually develop their downtown area.
Have you seen these cities that are turning malls into like condos type
Yeah.
situation, like indoor cities? Kind of reminds me of like the Fallout shelter. Like if you've seen the series Fallout.
Mm-hmm. Ready for season 2?
Yeah, me too, man. It's dope. It's a love the series, but yeah, like they got like indoor ponds and shit. And it's like a
I dig it.
retirement community.
It's gonna have to happen eventually,
Yeah.
right? You can't just have
That'd be
these
cool hanging out there.
big
If I was old.
structures with no.
Yeah.
You need to utilize them. You can't just
So how is
That's the
Belk?
best thing to do.
How is Belk holding that whole thing up?
because Belk actually bought that property in 1990
Yeah.
Well, Belk
from
owns-
Lee.
Belk owns what property?
The one that's sitting there, they actually personally bought that piece from Lee, and when they did,
They bought their part of the structure.
yep,
They're
they tried to demo it. Belk's like, nope, and Walmart got mad, and that's why Walmart pulled out because Belk's like, we actually own this piece of the mall, and they demolished the whole thing around Belk.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
why you see it.
Oh, they
Look at this
destroyed
thing.
everything around Bell.
Yeah, they're like Belk's like, we're not selling you shit. We make good money here.
Because we have no fucking competition.
I love Belk now.
No, they didn't. Go look at it. If you look at it, the structure, you can see the outside of it. It's like it's not like it's like they really demolished everything around Belk.
Everything. There was Sears. There was all. They just
Oh man,
destroyed it all, and it's just Belk now. Gaucher's coming up though. The Sound Amphitheater, dude.
Oh shit!
I hope so.
You know when you hear that, it's just
It's
like
got to though, man. I mean, Ocean
I'm sitting here
Springs-
waiting on this town to grow more, and it's like, are we gonna live to see this shit? I mean, it's like, oh, it's happening. Well, you know, when?
Yeah.
Because
I come back and just in a decade, I come back and I'm like,
mean, look
oh
at
my
Oxford.
God.
You gotta think of it like that. Goshen
well,
is
Oxford
basically
had,
outside of Ocean Springs.
but Oxford had room to grow geographically. Oxford,
Goshen's got a lot of room though. Ocean Springs not so much.
Yeah.
Goshen doesn't have a university.
Yeah,
Top
no, well, they got
artist-
that
They
Harvard on
do.
the Highway.
They do have. They have
MGCC, baby.
MGCC. Yeah.
It's Harvard on the Highway, bro. You can't do that to
Go
them.
Bulldogs.
They got New York pizza. There's some real good like, and they got
New
Spanish
York,
trails.
Anthony's.
Best bowling
or
alley ever.
Antonio's. Dude, that bowling alley's been there longer than I've been alive.
We used to go was it 50-cent beers? What
50-cent beer.
you pick me up, me, you, and Bowden. Bowden parents built Shell Landing there. He was part of it. Would be like it was a big time. Like the bowling alley was right down the road. 50
All
cent
I'm
beers.
saying is choose what you're waiting on. All right. This is taking 3 years. That took 6 years down here. How many more 6 years has anybody got to wait?
I don't know.
That shit adds up quick.
I almost hit 10 years
Be
with the
careful
match
where you
store.
spend your time waiting on
I was
something
committed to
fucking
Gaucher.
happen.
We appreciated you.
I had a mattress store almost 10 years there.
We miss you.
That was
You should consider
Lee
the
fucked
move
me all the
back.
time. He's like, I used to give him shit because I'm from.
Haven't you been going?
I've been gone.
Yeah.
But he come in town. But
Well, it's funny. He was the D'Iberville kid, and I was
Latimer.
the Gaucher kid.
He was
Latimer.
coming- we met him in Long Beach. He was coming to Long Beach.
He's an everything kid, and then he's like, "Dude, I live in Gaucher." I'm like, "No way."
well, you kept telling me about
It's
it.
like I'm a Gaucher guy now.
Well, I didn't know Hickory Hills was Mississippi Nationals. It's really actually not a bad spot.
Dude, we've been here 6 years. It went until like 2.5 years ago. You came in like, this is my first time here, man. It's good job, guys.
Been in Gulfport.
Motherfucker, you've been coming like
I went
you
back
were
to
begging us to come over to Ocean Springs because you lived in OS, and then you move away as soon as we get here.
You date a girl for 2 weeks, have a kid, and you have to move to Gulfport. You do what you gotta do, and don't make no mistakes about it. You have fun with that shit. It's got to being a dad.
Sounds exciting, dude. It's
you-
exciting.
Sounds like a great part of your life.
Fucking love
yeah.
my house, love my minivan, love a lot of things. Like, but my girl had to work in Poplarville, and I'm not gonna let her drive from Gaucher. I said that'd be an hour and 45-minute trip.
I haven't seen the minivan yet either.
That was sick. This is a Toyota Sienna. Shout out to Toyota Sienna.
Hell yeah! You got any forced
It's got, like,
induction
flat
in there?
screens in it and
You got a
shit.
turbo on it yet?
Dude, it is.
I watched Mulan on the way to the show.
Got some radial slicks on the back.
You can't say you didn't love the minivan. It's there.
Oh, I got us there. No,
It got us there.
I had a Pacifica. It was very similar.
That's a responsible choice, Anthony. A
Well, I was
Pacifica.
trying to flip it to make money, but while I had it, yeah, I had like fucking third row seats. There's like 10 of us in there, like going to.
Dude, I will say that thing looked like a spaceship. Really did.
Well, they tried to sell it to me like it was cool. Like, oh, Pacifica, yeah, dude, you put surfboard on top of there. That's what I was.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
Oh
Well,
my
I
God!
bought it, but that was one pitch. Flip it. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
I had a guy try to sell me a Mazda Miata as a sports car while I was looking for mine,
Oh,
and I said, he's like, "Oh, I got this Miata out here, new Miata." I was like, "You really trying to sell me a Miata?" Right? And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Dude, I don't think we're gonna be able to do business. If I look like the guy that's gonna drive your Miata, then we got to cut it off right here."
You know, I had a great friend, Jordan Grimshaw. We studied Russian together at Ole Miss because we didn't want to do any other foreign language because we were just trying to do something different. That's how we met. He drove a Miata all over the fucking country. And he was a Green Beret. He finished his, he became an attorney and everything. He was the funniest guy you ever meet. He would ride that summits around the whole country with his shirt off to get a tan. It was just like tiny, as big, smaller than his couch. Miata.
Oh yeah,
Have you ever drove a Miata though?
No.
They're fucking awesome.
they're probably fun.
Oh my, they're
They
so
weigh
tiny.
3 pounds.
Go karts.
Yeah. Well, you want a hot mark one or what?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, man. Whatever.
Filipino.
What's up?
what's
Do you think?
so?
Better be bringing some shots on.
Mark, you bringing shots to
I'm
us?
gonna wait till she gets back because I want to ask about the journey up the mountain.
Oh yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
good question.
You about to? You want to bring shots? You about to hop on?
Well, this could be like a
All of us?
break. 'cause
Everybody here?
Yeah, that'll be good. Me too.
But Miatas are fun to drive. Like I'm gonna shit on them, but they're not super fast. But they're so small.
Well,
P-brake?
Miata was like a staple for a minute. No, but basically, once you got out there, hell no, you don't know fucking Miata.
Corky Romano was a great movie.
what a deep track right there, JoJo.
I watched it the other day.
Just give us a second. We're going to talk about Lee's adventures up the mountain and getting his.
Talk about it now because I know.
Getting
No,
his,
well, his wife's got to come back, and
yeah.
Yeah, so the recent development was her being put on the cover of Vogue.
yeah, I
Shit.
saw, well, that's the picture. Yeah, I saw.
So that was, try to stay grounded. Not a lot of guys get action with a Vogue cover model, you know what I'm saying? So you don't want to get cocky. You don't want to walk around like you're better than everyone.
But you are,
But
but you are. So now I got that to go after. Like if I try to go next year, she's been on Vogue. I mean, like, is
You
it
know?
okay? I mean, like,
And you don't want to leave feeling like less of a man if you don't get copped. I feel like I just got lucky.
right time.
But I've just, I've wrestled with the ego portion of dating a Vogue cover model while being married. I've managed to come to terms with it. And you know, I'm just a regular guy.
I'm just like everyone else.
I'm just like I put my pants on
One leg at a time.
one leg at a
What do I
time.
do? I get handled by a Vogue model.
But-
you need some?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. I saw that and I was like, oh my God, a Vogue cover model.
Is
Copped a feel of it.
107,
She was
108.
she was like 103 when we went and saw her, I think. 103 or 104.
Is this backed? Is this like scientifically backed? Are we getting the
Oh, yeah.
truth here?
Yeah, she's old. So her, like the lore behind her, she's tatted all over her body. And she's one of the last people who tattooed warriors coming back from, like Filipino warriors coming back from battle. When they get a kill,
Yeah.
she tattoos them. And she's like the only remaining, I think they call it Kalinga tattoo artist.
I watched a documentary and I can't remember which. Maybe it was a YouTube Yes Theory or something like that.
Mhm.
They went up there and did it.
Yep.
Yeah. I gotta focus these cameras a little bit better. I
Cold?
can't see it.
Yeah, she. Ah, fuck. We went. What year was it? It was. We went in 2020, so she's probably 108 or 109 now.
Before lockdown.
And what was surprising is she moved around pretty well. I'm gonna take a bathroom break.
Yeah, I would do that. Anybody make some cocktails? You make some cocktails? Blurry. Blurry. More blurry. Go the other way. Other way.
Still blurry.
Very blurry. Yeah.
Still blurry.
Whoa. All right, go back the other way. Right there, there. Leave it, leave it. Thank you.
Okay, that's like.
You doing drinks?
We'll have to sit down now.
Yeah.
Let's take this shot so I can look more Filipino.
Well, let's let everybody get here.
Sorry for speaking straight Tagalog.
No, it's okay. Everybody does it to me. I just look at him and then just start speaking fluent Japanese. Hold up. I'm American. Watashi wa Mark Adams. Really fucked up. It just starts speaking Japanese. Yeah, who's the odd man out now?
Y'all got shots?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you also right here.
Oh. Thank you, JoJo. You gentleman.
One day we'll actually have commercials that pay us. when we
Margarita
do
man?
this.
One day. Let's just take our one day.
Or we could just have this where people actually tune in.
Cheers for us.
Cheers.
Cheers.
There's always a benefit in it.
Oh, somebody chilled it. That's sweet.
That was me.
Thank you.
Hot damn.
Ex-bartender.
Brought to you by Casey Vaughn for mayor. Go Shea, Mississippi.
Yeah, let's go. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll never stop podcasting, dude. This is like my fucking outlet. I love this shit.
This is a lot of fun.
That's why it's fun talking to you about it. Like, this is fucking 296 for me. I will continue to go until the day I fucking die. I don't give it. Like, that's been a big thing for me. I found something I really enjoy.
Dead or alive.
Well, it's true. I mean, you like everybody has their thing. Everybody has their thing. But like, you know, going in and just continue to, like, it sucks. Like, I get, like, today I'm aggravated because I wanted a second camera.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to change and adapt, and we did 701, and you know, Ian was trying to chill me out.
For your shoulders.
But it's like, it's important to have for me to have a platform for the coast. That's what I love. Something I'm proud of. Like, it's having a platform for our local community is sick. We're live right now. Mark's got a mic. Mark's been kicking ass making sushi for a long time. You have an outlet. This is a cool outlet.
Yep. I did. I heard about you before I met you. Like, we have the best sushi chef on the coast. You're gonna meet him. I was like, oh hell yeah.
Executive Chef Mark Adams. There it is.
All right, Mark, pull your mic up a little bit. Make
Part
sure
of
it's
the deal.
test it. Do it again. One more time.
Oh no.
We are live.
Live or nothing.
So everything's been signed. We can announce that we are doing.
Go a little more on this.
Testing.
Okay, it's good. Right.
No. Drop a freestyle.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah.
Them damn kids.
See all my red flags.
Would it be I don't know.
That feed's not going. There's somebody you don't have that
There's
going.
something weird going on.
Well,
Figure it out.
Heck,
I'll tell you where we left off. Climbing Mount Vesuvius in the Philippines.
Yeah.
That's probably not the name of the mountain,
What is the map?
In the tuba.
but
So that's
There it
that's
is.
the actual one. Yeah.
There's
I was just telling these guys it's difficult to stay grounded when a Vogue cover model chases after you. But I'm just a regular guy.
It is true though. I mean, it's like to even have a person to be alive, number one, at 106 now is impressive.
Yep. She's got to be like at 108. Yeah.
Holy shit.
So let me tell you let me guide you through the thought process. So I got my junk grab by her like years ago. I'd like to think I'm responsible for at least 1 or 2 extra years of hers personally. But then I saw her hit the cover of Vogue, and as a man, you're just like, oh my God. I was fondled by a Vogue cover model. And so you got to get that information out. So you try to message every single one of your friends the picture, and you're like, don't think of me any different, still just your boy. But, this is the girl that
she
fondled
touched my
me.
balls.
Yeah.
So how'd y'all to go in that situation with now she's pretty sacred. She's known. Maginda knew who she was.
Oh yeah, she's
She's a
legend.
known
Okay.
person.
You should hear the conversation she had with my wife while I'm getting tattooed.
He doesn't know a lot about it, but the people that were there, so there's a bunch of us, not just our team, but there's other team that will be waiting for her to get tattooed, which everybody cannot get a tattoo sometimes. But they were all cheering for Apple went on to grab his junk. And she asked me first if he has a big jump.
A big
A
jump.
big junk.
A big jump.
Okay.
To which she responded, absolutely, right?
What did you say though? You were like,
I
Yeah,
don't
what
know
did you
how to
say exactly?
respond, but I was laughing and I said yes, and then she said, so,
She said, "Let me feel for myself."
well, mind you, we don't have the same language, but somehow we can read each other's mind. And so after asking me if my husband's junk is big, she asked if our sex is good. Like in front of all these people.
There's a big crowd of people
And
there.
you don't know what they're saying.
I have no idea. I'm sitting there like this. She's tattooing me. I'm like crouched down on the ground like this. I'm looking at this old lady who's speaking to my wife who's standing up in front of a gigantic crowd of people. And
Yeah, I always know they're talking shit about me.
and so they're having this conversation. I got no idea what's going on. And people, I can hear giggling through the crowd and like I hear little things and I'm like, something's going on, but
Cooked. He's cooked.
cooked.
I love her. I was just thinking, it's my grandma. She only get to live for a couple of years, so yeah, okay, maybe.
That dick don't lie. She's 108 now.
Yes.
Well, you're saying there's a massive like audience. There's
He's
people that
108 now.
Maybe you have the
Gotta be.
testicles of youth, brother.
So I'm hoping that there was something divine there that she was able to.
That's it. That's it.
Dude, maybe that's the life. Like,
Yes, because she only picked.
It was just me and my buddy. Yeah.
maybe testicles are the tree of life.
Pick the people that she wanted to grab their trunk.
that's what she does. Yeah.
She singled us out.
Grab everybody.
No,
Yeah.
she'll
So
single
rare
people
breed.
out.
Oh, really?
Yes, it
Okay.
is not something that happens to everyone.
That's like everybody know. You gotta have. She will pick.
Does she charge?
So
money for
again,
these-
I want to emphasize, I'm just a regular guy. I'm just like y'all.
yeah, right.
White.
But I mean, she said she charged money to do it, or she just is this her
Just did
spiritual
it
journey?
I should have charged money.
No.
What do
for
you
her.
mean? I didn't pay her to grab me.
No, to tattoo you.
You gave her.
Oh, yes.
Didn't you?
And that was so I thought I was gonna pay like a couple $100 because it was such a cool experience. I paid like 20. What was it? 1,000 peso?
Yes.
So it was like
It's
$20.
very difficult for me
I knew it was
to
a
be on that
twofer.
spot.
I knew it was.
Everybody at the back was cheering for Apple to grab my husband's junk.
So you're like the last airbender or some shit.
Totoy bender.
So those
We'll teach
are
you
the- Those are the-
Hey, he's a dirty one over there.
I know.
Oh man, I mean, but that was. I mean, that's
So where's the tattoo, man?
So yeah, it's right here. So I don't know if you can see.
Oh, it's white. Oh, no.
So right, no, that's just my skin.
Yeah.
Uh,
White.
so I got my wife and I. We got a half a heart. Her granddaughter
Cool.
did it, and she freehanded it. So like, the charm of it is that it's not
See?
perfect, right?
but
The 3 dots. So if I show the 3 dots to people that are
Can I like,
familiar,
touch it to like.
yeah.
Oh man, I was there.
The 3 dots are what.
It's been touched too.
Mm.
Dude, yeah. I mean, we can take care of that after this if you want. But yeah, Wang Ot is famous for the 3 dots. So like, if you have Filipinos that know, they'll see it and they should recognize it. Because usually, if I show people, I'm like, "Hey, check this out." They're like,
But most
"Oh, yeah,
Badass, man.
part of the mafia." That's what I was telling him.
His whole sleeve was tapped in, man. Good work though.
That's patient.
it's a good experience too because you get to pick your own needle.
Oh, it's not.
Remember?
Oh yeah, I
But
did.
you said your grandma did that.
It hurts. It's not a good experience.
So my needle was like a little stick,
Torn.
a
Right.
bamboo shoot, and then it
Yeah.
had a thorn going through it.
similar to what you have. That's the traditional way to tattoo.
And then
right?
they mixed. They had like a little bowl that mixed water and ash, I think, And then they would just
Coconut
dip the
oil or
thorn
something.
in the ash.
Fuck that.
So her granddaughter gave me the heart, and then she gave me the dots.
Wow.
So,
Cool,
like,
man.
it really, it just, she did it like not like a outline or whatever. She did it like a printer tattoo. So it went back and forth. But like when she got up here, that's when I felt like it was in my brain, and like it hurt the worst, and I just started crying. 'Cause I'm a grown man.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's the worst.
I don't think your mic's working.
Here, take my mic.
Oh, that cable.
I don't know. I mean, it's fine. I want to tell a story. So that shit, like when they did that, like when you, After a while, though, you start getting tender, though.
Mm.
That's what I don't want to do.
Where'd you have yours done?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, I got the sun too.
Yeah, you got to have serious time to sit to have that done.
Then I had the Lacoste put in the middle, which is strength and power.
Yeah. They had once you so I think I got COVID right before actual COVID hit on the way up the mountain to go see her. I almost didn't go because it was so bad. And I was like, I had my buddy with me. So I was like, fuck it. I'm going to tough it out. Almost died on the trip up the mountain, 6 hours. Luckily, got out, threw up, fever broke. I was able to hike down the side of the mountain. So I guess you can drive into the village now, but you couldn't before. You had to drive
They're trying.
to the adjacent mountain and then hike down and up into their village. So I felt good enough to hike down and up. We get in the village, like little chickens and pigs running around everywhere. It was cool. Local people there for tattoos, you know, drinking, cooking, eating, just a really good local vibe. Night hit, almost died again. I'm up there shivering in the hut above the kitchen, and I can hear she's down there cooking for everyone because I guess they didn't have a chef.
Yeah.
So she cooked for the whole party. And my buddy's down there drinking and having a ball, and I'm just like, I just got to survive this. Broke the fever again. Next day, felt good. Got the tattoo, was able to hike to the van and hitch the ride back and survive the trip. But that was
You gotta
rough.
have like a very good tour guide because not everybody can get a tattoo from Mongol.
That's why I was telling you, Anthony, get with us if y'all want to go do that. And
Because not everybody. Sometimes you have to stay there for 3 days. Some people stay there for 3 days, but they can never get the tattoo from Mongol. So if you know somebody or a really good tour guide, then you for the first day, if you're lucky, then you could get your tattoo from Mongol. But not everyone. Someone goes home without the tattoo from her.
which I could tell our tour guide, he just walked us past all these groups of people,
Yeah.
sat us down in front of her, and we started getting tattooed. I was like, I could tell somebody knew someone,
Right.
and I was like, man, we did this right. Hell of an experience.
Do you feel like, looking back now, like, and having that experience of you being sick, it was definitely worth the trip.
Absolutely. So
you were shitting and throwing up on yourself or whatever was going on.
Yeah.
I did that for my buddy. He was a young guy. It was his first trip. It was like a little brother. I toughed it out specifically because I'm like, I can't ruin this for him. So had it just been me, I probably wouldn't have gone. But he was along with us, so I toughed it out. We went. It ended up being like one of the best times we've
It's not
had.
just that because he was the first one to say like I've never had a tattoo before, and then we were together already, so it's like let's make it memorable, like once in a lifetime trip.
And that was weird because I don't have any tattoos. So when it was time to sit down, I was like, okay.
Oh,
How
that's
about the
heavy.
heart?
That's heavy, yeah. But being in this iconic and never gonna be done again in the fucking history of the universe, and that's that going for you.
Trip itself, you thought you're going to die because
Oh God, the van ride. I thought I was gonna fly off the side of a mountain constantly. Tires screeching and cars on fire on the side of a mountain.
You know how like the hills there.
30,000-foot drop. Like,
Oh, you can see like the wheels from the van itself. It's like off the road already.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
flying. It was like riding up those curvy mountain roads. We're passing vans that crashed and caught fire. I'm like, oh God. Meanwhile, I'm in the back, just
He's looking at me like, am I gonna die on this?
yeah. She's feeding me like bio-flu or whatever they got there, and wild. But I survived.
Just water with lemon.
Yeah.
It's the Philippines.
Yeah.
You're just- you're just drinking-
You mean the menthol paste that's on the chest and the lip? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That situation though, so
Like,
a lot of
you
it's
break
like
your
your
arm,
partnership,
that's what you
right?
get.
Like, it's like more of like family community. Like you're not just going to the same place. Like
Oh yeah. So we stayed the main house where the kitchen is. There's a second story, and there's like a bunch of little mats up there. So there was probably 20 of us packed in this little van, and so all of us just had a little mat, laid it down, and we all stayed in like one open room. And so everyone kind of conversed and drank together and ate together. If I hadn't have been so damn sick, I would have had a even more of a good time. And I could tell my buddy was loving it because they're teaching him Tagalog the whole time, and he's drinking with them, and they're eating. And
Made him look all local, like balloons and all of that.
oh yeah, I have eaten balut. I have eaten balut. Y'all know what balut is?
Salute.
So it's like a half fermented chicken and an egg.
It's a duck. A duck.
But
That's
let's say it's good if it's a duck egg. If you get the chicken egg, you're poor. You get the chicken one, you're poor.
It's good, but it's like a surprise egg. It's either you get the whole duck already or the half-grown duck.
You have
Yeah.
to try it at least once.
so I ate it
I
in
tried
the
anything once.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the texture towards like? So
feathers and beak.
my brother's married to a Laos. My other brother's Vietnamese. I grew up in a Vietnamese culture. You know, shout out to Tommy, Blazing Cajuns in the group. But like, blood clot was a big thing for me. It was the first time for me to do blood clot, and that's what they do. Like when you go to Tommy's family's home, you eat what his mom makes you, and that's it. You don't
Then I go on.
eat. And I was just
Chocolate
like,
pudding.
yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
bad. It wasn't like shit. I ate it, but the texture is that texture the same as like eating a fucking half a duck?
No.
Oh shit.
Hairy
You just got to take the
and
feathers off.
bony.
Dude, it's furry. My buddy, he didn't let me prepare myself. He's just like, you haven't had balut? Cool. He turned, street vendor, bought it, handed it to me. And this little, I remember,
Vinegar and-
I'm in the streets in Bataan,
Yeah.
and there's a Filipino mom. She sees me. She's like, a white guy holding balut. She's got her kids with her, so they stop and watch. And these kids are making fun of me while I'm trying to eat this egg. And so they're like, okay, peel, put the vinegar on, put the salt on. So I have a video. It's like 7 minutes long of me trying to eat this egg. So the first mistake I made was biting it in half. So I bit it in half, and the crunch of the bone and the feather in my mouth, I glanced down at the egg and I saw the rest of the duck there, and I immediately looked away, and I never looked back. And then I just tried to get it down my throat and finish eating it without ever looking at it. It took about 7 minutes. Kids were laughing. They were having a good time. Everyone in the street was watching. It was a good time for all of them, but I made it through it, and I'll never do it again. It's supposed to be it's supposed to be good for
Yeah.
yeah,
The best way to explain it is if you've ever seen
virility. That's a
It's
good
like
one.
an upper
Do you remember when they had the embryo of the velociraptor in the egg and looking through it?
Okay, wait a minute. So this is
The
an
first
this is an
Yeah.
egg
Okay,
That's what it's
with a newborn
Oh,
duck
shit.
inside.
Yes, and you eat it.
Okay, you're eating a newborn duck.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the embryo.
Well, it's in the egg. It's an embryo.
It's an embryo.
Gotcha.
But
Oh, okay.
sometimes the seller will give you. That's why it's a surprise egg. Sometimes it's maybe underdeveloped or it's already developed.
So you go head first.
So they test you. It's like, who's got balls? Do you want like the 12-week egg or the 20-week egg type thing?
We had Teresa Fitzgerald just come in here and said, "Hey, Dad."
Oh, so Teresa, that's my mom. That's the
Like our son,
former owner of Corn Dog 7, local celebrity. And
that's Cyrus.
oh, is it Cyrus?
Shout out.
Oh.
Cyrus is watching. That's your 11-year-old.
Yeah, that's my 11-year-old.
Yeah.
Did you eat
What's up, buddy?
funny in the Philippines? Did you try like the mangrove worms and stuff?
So I had balut, I had dinaguan, I hate what is it? The shrimp paste,
Bagoong.
bagoong or bagut, wherever you are. I do like the peanut butter what is it? The peanut butter beef. You know what I'm talking about. Kare kare.
Cut it.
Yeah.
Kare kare. Yeah. The desserts are my
He
thing.
likes the cut it, but without the
Yeah.
without the shrimp.
Can't do
Trying to
this.
tell them about halo halo.
Yeah, we're gonna have a holla holla.
So that's what I was talking to Warren about. If you're gonna have like jackfruit for halo halo, toron is one of my favorites. And if you're gonna do like lumpia, toron is money. I love toron.
Or
Toron's
we're
a
gonna
banana,
make a
right?
dessert one that's actually gonna have cheesecake filling in it.
No, so that was how we like
Oh my God.
when we had Eagle Island. He was in
man.
the back rolling lumpia. That's a even crazier story. We'll tell you that after the podcast.
Yeah, that was my fault. That was 100% my fault.
That was an
I
accident.
apologize. I apologize for that. On that page on you and Kay
No.
for that.
That's the logo.
I didn't know
Oh,
that we were.
so I did have something else crazy. So you remember when we were little playing baseball at the ball fields? You remember? So you got normal crickets, right? But I always remember seeing these things at the baseball field when I was a kid. The crickets that dig, the mole crickets. Yeah. As a kid, I'm like, oh, mole crickets.
Little predators.
Yeah.
Little predators.
You always see them at the baseball fields. Go to the Philippines. My wife takes me to a. So she is Kapampangan, which is like the people from Pampanga. So she took me to a restaurant specific for Kapampangans, and she was like, "I'm gonna order a couple dishes for you." So they brought me a bowl out. They were marinated well, but it's mole crickets. So I ate a few like mole cricket
Really good.
adobo.
Did they fry them?
They did. Yeah, yeah.
Usually they like cook them in the wok first and then they fry them.
That's what they did.
I would probably eat that.
You got protein?
It's good. They
It's
do that.
I'll be honest, the flavor was fire.
They're
they do it
crunchy.
with the water bug.
But holding up the mole cricket they used to catch as a kid, like when you're playing second base waiting on the kid to bat, you're just like,
It's just not right. You're like,
yeah, there's something off
I
here.
wasn't raised like this.
And then I ate silkworms in Korea, which
I think a lot of it's got, protein, right, though? Nutrition.
Yes.
So that's what
They kind of taste like peanuts.
Yes.
down.
Really
I
It
could
tastes
see
like
that.
a crunchy peanut.
It was-
That's the best way I can
One thing I don't like is
it was
squash.
better than that.
I don't really like squash
Huh?
anymore, so I'll eat everything else.
the fried frog ones.
Things I don't like.
I ordered the
You want
frog
squash
for you
pudding?
that has something
No,
inside of it.
no.
Some fried
I don't
mole
know.
crickets and rice, bro.
I eat fucking crickets over fucking pudding.
I feel like pudding gets brought up a lot on this podcast. I don't know why.
I just don't like it.
I don't either.
You're not a pudding guy?
I just didn't like, no, not at all. I'd eat anything like crickets, I'm down.
Tarantula too. Tarantula kind of tastes like crab meat.
So I haven't had that or like scorpion.
We
I'm-
had-
Scorpion.
we had
I'm pretty careful when I travel. If I don't know who's cooking it, I say that, but then I ate bullet in the street. If I don't know the person that's giving it to me, I'm kind of like, eh.
I had a scorpion about 3 years ago. Not bad.
Hmm.
It's crunchy. It was, out
Proud of you, JoJo.
It was in a bottle, so I just, hey, will you eat that scorpion out of that bottle? I said, yeah.
Speaking of bottles, while I was in
I'm
Japan,
really scared to
have y'all heard of
let's try it first.
habusaki?
Habusaki. What's in that?
So while I was in Japan, they have something called habusaki, which is the habu is a snake native to southern Japan.
The one in Thailand has a cobra.
And so they'll take and they'll put the habu snake in a sake bottle and leave it. And then they just let it sit and you buy it. And so I bought a bottle of habusaki and it tastes, organic's not the word, biologic. You can tell something is alive in this sake. Funny story though, I packed a bottle of habusaki in my luggage and took it to, I was in a wedding in the UK from friends that I had from Diego Garcia. I was in their wedding. So I brought the Brits a bottle of habusaki and then I fed it to like their whole family and everyone was just fucked at this wedding from habusaki. Because there's some, I don't know what it is, but when we were in Japan, we knew if you take a shot of habusaki, the night's going to do its own thing. After that, yeah, it's like
What's it got in it?
It's when
a snake. A full snake,
when the snake
It's
breaks
got
down,
snake inside.
and it's a venomous snake.
yeah, when the snake breaks down, it releases a chemical into the sake,
Yep.
and it'll act as a hallucinogen.
Oh shit!
Ooh, okay.
But it tastes like it tastes and smells like formaldehyde.
What the fuck are you?
I would agree with that.
What is
Or
it
for that?
like?
There's that for now.
We have the one in Thailand.
What culture? What culture starts that where they like put a snake in some snake?
You gotta
Well, that's Japan.
I think
That's
Thailand-
Western
I think
Japan. They
Thailand was
just-
the first one.
I know Thailand does the cobra.
Let it
Yeah.
rot inside the
You gotta
stock.
think how many years taste.
Japan
bigger
does
all
the
time.
habu snake. They do a lizard, like a big newt, I think is what the lizard's called. They
We
do,
do the eel too.
yeah, the eel.
The eel one isn't that bad.
And you can get like my bottle of hobby sake was like this, so my snake was fairly small, and it's like raring up, and it was cool. But you can get jugs with gigantic habu in it, and it's not normal
Like they're
sake.
preserved.
I love sake.
A big ass bottle with a full grown snake in it.
Yes.
Yep.
It's like their version of absinthe.
So how long does it take for that to like?
Did they put the snake in there alive?
So that I used to think, but I don't.
Drown it?
I don't think so. I would have to say no.
I'd rather
But
have
I don't know.
The new bourbon selections coming out. Fuck. Down here, like you've been gone for a while. There ain't like 10 bourbons anymore. There's fucking 200 bourbons on the shelf now.
I dig it. I'm a bourbon guy. I love it.
They're getting live with these $100 bottles. Yeah, the fucking Eagle Rare was $26 when we're hanging out.
Yeah.
Now it's fucking 80.
For what?
Uh,
Buffalo Trace got
Oh
cocky.
no, it's the same thing you had 10 years ago.
Yeah.
What do they call it now, Mark? They like it's a select thing where you get a membership and you're like, I ain't paying for that shit.
Buffalo Trace got cocky because
Oh.
Pappy got popular.
Pappy's massive,
Yeah.
but Buffalo Trace, they'll still give you a deal, so you can get like a Buffalo Trace, and then you have to buy another 1 or 2 bottles. But yeah, it's the bourbon market has went stupid since you've been on. Like you're not gonna pay. I mean, Cut Above is a kit from the Kill. They're about $45 a bottle. But like the Eagle Rares are.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
I will take a snake in a bottle, dude.
Why don't you just make your own bourbon since we're able to make liquor down here?
Well,
True.
You know how to do that shit. So how about we do a sake with a snake? Since you know this shit.
Put a black racer in there. Local.
We'll just make
We got that.
I got one in my
that
backyard right now.
That copperhead punch.
Mark, make us a fucking snake bottle of fucking alcohol.
I'll make it real Mississippi and put a flower in it.
Throw a little, yeah.
A little sheep's head.
Our buddy Mike, our yard guy,
So
man.
Mark, on this, bring this up just a little more. There you
Like
go.
a gator.
It's fucking funny, man.
Yeah, but like make us something.
Well, with that being said, Executive Chef Mark Adams is launching Mississippi Asian Bistro at the 1515 Food Hall. I don't think it's been said publicly yet. I'm gonna say it right now.
Yeah, we're not public. We're just hanging out.
Cheers.
Well, this is public as it fucking gets.
Mississippi, right?
Mississippi.
I love the name.
Asian Bistro.
I mean, Mark by far is probably, I would say, the best sushi. I would say chef down here.
That's what I keep hearing. We're gonna have to stop by.
Far. I mean, been around for a long time.
I'm okay at it.
No, but you were part of it before the trend. You've been a part of it since. Like you've never left it. Sushi down here. I used to go to Blowfish.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be the old 11
Mm-hmm.
right here. I'd go there when I was 16 with Chef Scott. And I mean, but he's never left the fucking. He's just stayed into that whole entire atmosphere of making good quality sushi. And
Yes.
he can make sushi.
Started off with hibachi. Yeah, made the newspapers for hibachi for some reason. Like some guy wrote a whole news article about me in hibachi, which was weird. I didn't expect that, but
What was your first start? Like, was it Yuki's? Where was your first start?
Yuki's.
It
was Yuki's.
Was your first start was Yuki's?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I used to go to Yuki's. You were there.
Yuki's was the shit.
No, but it was. I remember being there.
Hurley, that does Hurley hibachi. He was one of my first teachers for hibachi. Him and Rum.
And what happened to him over here, right down here?
I have no idea. But he was at Yuki's when I was like washing dishes at Yuki's.
and then I became a hibachi chef, and then I started catching fire there, and then I just moved around doing hibachi, and that's how everybody started to get to know me, was just doing hibachi.
Yeah, it was. I know Steve got involved.
Hmm.
You know, I was in varsity with Steve. He got involved with Koi.
Hmm.
And then
Yeah, used to do
now it's
hibachi
just-
koi.
Now it's a dispensary. But Yuki's was your 1st.
Hmm.
Where was that? I know
Yuki's
Yuki's.
is right by where Walmart was on.
Pass road.
Fast
road.
food next to Burger King.
It was Yuki's.
Oh yes, I always went there.
Yeah, it was there.
I lived off of Jim Money for a little while after one summer.
Yuki's.
So yeah,
Yeah, they were the OGs. They used to have, it used to be hibachi and breakfast on the beach, and then they moved it to that location.
Now they're retired.
No, well, the son's not retired. He owns all these McDonald's in like North Carolina now. He don't do nothing.
My buddy Dean Hewlett, Mayor Mahoney's family,
Mhm.
he's neighbors on the in Sunkiss with the original owners.
Yeah, Mr. Vitus.
So they're next door neighbors.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, they don't have to do nothing. Their son's
I don't
doing
think
it.
so.
Yeah.
See them outside. They don't look like they're sweating anything.
Yeah, their son's doing everything. He owns like 4 McDonald's in North Carolina. They're already paid for, so it's just his income. You don't have to do nothing.
Like hibachi? Do you like? I mean, hibachi is like an experience. It's like putting on a show.
Hmm.
Versus like sushi, like where you really have to like. It's fucking like we bought the sushi kit, right?
Mm.
And it's an art form to roll. There's a lot that goes into doing a good roll. Do you like the perfection of making a good roll, or do you like the entertainment of, bringing in the audience, bringing in the show for hibachi?
I like both, and you can do both with sushi or hibachi. Hibachi is more personal because you're in front of all those people. But sushi, sometimes nobody sits at the sushi bar. So what you have to do is just present like yourself on that plate. So the way you plate is like a part of yourself on that plate.
Yep.
But
great
in
way to put it.
hibachi, I just say random stuff out of my mouth and people enjoy it.
yeah, and you can't stack the onions and put the stuff in there and light it on fire and push it along at the sushi bar. You know what I'm saying?
And if you get a bad table, being Filipino, you can just pretend you don't speak English.
That's always a good
Yeah, you
fallback.
just be like, oh,
If you get a boring table, yeah, you just cook.
yeah, you just
Fucking walk out,
pretend
walk
you don't
away.
speak English. Be like, I'm.
I think a big thing is I love sushi.
Mhm.
I love it. For me as a child, though, it's like going to hibachi at Yuki's and like having that experience with your parents and like seeing that show. It's kind of like the Lady Luck, the Dragon.
Oh
Yeah.
my God,
Like,
Judge,
Just
that's deep. You reached back for that.
yeah, but it's a real experience. It's like a show. Like as a kid, you're like, what? Where's going this? And like throw the egg in the pot. Like it's just there's such a show.
We were riding down 90, and I was telling my wife that as we passed by, like where the bow is, I'm like, there used to be a cave back there with a dragon. It'd come out and breathe fire.
Ocean Springs. It's right there. Where's it at now? There's a couple in Ocean Springs. What road is that on where they have the Lady Luck dragon in their yard? There's a house.
There's no way.
Yes, there is a house right here in downtown Ocean Springs that bought the whole Lady Luck dragon.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to ride by the house.
It's like I know, like you go down. What's that when you go? Not the middle of Front Beach. What's that road? Where it goes, it dips. Front Beach. So me and you will cut that road, but like there's the middle road, and then I think you take a left, and there's a house that has the actual dragon in the yard.
Yeah,
You
Right
talking
by
about-
the Play Center.
that's Washington dips down. Yeah.
No, so like when we're like me and you hit Front Beach, we'll go Front Beach all the way, and then there it splits. We take that left right there. So you can all go.
yeah. Do not know what street that is.
I don't know
And
the
that
name of the
street
street.
back in there, and I really never pay attention.
It's right there. It's fucking that dragon's there.
Yeah,
I don't know why. They
I
bought
swear, I
it.
swear.
I don't know why they bought it, but it's like they're not like storing it. It's just in their yard.
That dragon was big, JoJo.
I know it was big. I used to go to that dragon every week.
Did y'all ever go to Boomtown and do the motion ride?
Absolutely.
Look at my initial D card, bro.
the motion theater and the arcade.
I'm gonna show the lumberjack for me. The gold mine lumberjack.
So the mines, the devil's mine or whatever.
Hey, boy, yeah, my dad gambled, so I just would stay there all day.
And there was like a fishing game that you could play that was super cool in the arcade.
It was a roller coaster in the mine for me. It was the big one.
The devil's mine was like the
Yeah.
best one.
My mom was Filipino. She forgot she had kids, and we'd just be at the arcade.
That was me.
We're at the arcade at like
Mom?
15 years old, and
Mom?
got out at 17.
Yeah,
So Grand Casino Gulfport.
Yeah, that was the best
Kids
one.
Quest. I was there
dude.
for 8 hours.
I had so many tokens in Kids Quest. I was playing ice hockey with tokens. I made friends with this kid that said she was like the manager there, so we were just fucking hoonigans.
And they had every Nintendo system too. They had Super Nintendo, Sega.
Time though, it was like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The games of tag you would play in Kids Quest though, unbeatable.
Actually, I think the best thing at Kids Quest was like all the Vietnamese fights.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, you never saw them?
No,
It was like,
I know they rolled deep.
yep. That's what we used to
We
by Dance Dance Revolution.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
They
the
would
Dance Dance
They
Revolution,
would dance
yeah.
and then they would start swinging. It's like, oh,
I would say
That's
that
funny.
Boomtown, I got really big into like anime when it came to like the cars. You know, you were into cars too. We always been in cars.
mhm.
But when they dropped that Initial D
Yeah.
arcade,
Oh, that
it was over with. It was like,
That was a Japanese man.
I'm going to play Initial D until I die.
They literally have an arcade in Japan. It's like in Tokyo, and it's nothing but Initial D games. Like it's Initial D. Like
I got it on Blu-ray. If you ever want to see the US dub Initial D, I have it on Blu-ray. the actual film, I have it on DVD.
do you still have your ruckus?
I have 2 of them.
You still in a ruckus gang?
So, I mean, hopefully they'll join it. But now just me, right around.
Just you? You don't have any other ruckus
A lot of them,
buddies?
They just want to sell it. And they'll ride for like 2 years, but been since 2011. Still riding.
how many CCs is a Ruckus?
Mine's like 171.
You got a cut you wear when you ride?
bad.
I would normally it's like a fanny pack and
Dude, we gotta get you a cut, dude.
well, Brandon won't let me in with his group, so it does have a 171. It's a Ruckster. So, the one I actually drive was Anthony Tran's.
Really?
Built it for a Skyline, but the white one, it's all white. It's a full built Ruckster's Ruckus.
You just need to put on a Mario costume and throw banana peels at people.
I wore a pink dress on that. It's a full thing. I wear what I love. I've got tired coming in for it. Kay just bought a house and he's got a storage. I'm putting that Ruckus at his house so I can have it right around here.
I'm definitely whipping the Ruckus.
Yeah, I haven't seen you on it, like any hot pictures of you with it lately. So I was like, I didn't know if you still rode it.
I mean, I cleaned the carburetor out of it, runs, I just bend this way over here.
Just been busy.
Yeah, I mean, and plus I can't put my kid on the back of it.
You can.
Throw them in a backpacker.
I get people trying to challenge me so many times to run me off the road taking pictures with it. I do not trust this new generation of people on their phones doing this.
Mhm.
They're different. They're always on their phones now. Like, let me get on the phone. Let me just text.
Or you're gonna have another mugshot.
I always wonder if the generation.
I just want to get hit by a car.
I wonder if we're like the generation ahead of us, and they were like, "Oh, this generation's hopeless." I wonder if it's just cyclical, or if, because I'm like, man, this new generation and all their stuff. I wonder if the generation ahead of us said the same thing.
What up, Hunter?
I feel like this generation missed out on our generation of the Gulf Coast because that's when it was the best.
Hmm.
We had like Studio 90.
Oh my God, Teen Night Studio
Yeah,
90.
we had silver screens.
Stevie B.
Like,
Pure ecstasy.
yeah, our friend was like DJ Triple H at the time.
10 man.
Yep, Tin Man. RIP to Triple H.
Studio 90.
Yeah,
Man,
it was-
it's the Lady Horseshoe. Does it still exist?
No, they got their permits. I guess they closed down,
Rest in peace.
and they didn't keep it open, but they lost the permit. It was like a $300 permit, so they could no longer have a strip club.
Yep.
Did you know across the street it used to be a mail review place?
Mm-mm.
What is that?
So, like it was like the Lady Horseshoe, and I remember my mom going to it, and I was so disgusted. But across the street was a male review. It was like a men's strip club,
Yeah.
Okay.
and it was bigger than Lady Horseshoe. Like the building was bigger.
I just remember the Horseshoe being a rite of passage for us the young cats for so long.
Now it was that massage parlor that's now like by the fire department that closed down.
Oh,
Yeah, that was that was that's where you become a man.
I did that.
You became a man right by the railroad tracks at that massage parlor.
I know, man. It's good massage. And
well, you know.
that was Complex days. So it ran off the sink because we jumped from Complex to over there.
Mm.
Good, remember the next door to the Horseshoe was the Biloxi Club
Mhm.
with the swings where you tip them in lingerie. They all just lingerie, so you just tip them through drinks. You couldn't tip them with like as money, but you could buy them a drink, and they'd always be in lingerie on swings. It was the same part of Horseshoe.
Hmm.
It says Biloxi Men's Club.
My last experience with the Horseshoe, I funneled a beer in an 89 Grand Prix. And then I walked into the Horseshoe to a stripper dancing to Rammstein's Du Hast. And I feel like that was the best last experience I could have had with that place.
Yeah, they didn't re-up their permit,
Mom, I hope you're not listening.
but they didn't re-up their permit. It was like $300 permit.
I knew they had to continue to because they were grandfathered in.
Yeah, they took it from them.
No.
So no longer will they ever have strip clubs. I mean,
Rest in peace.
they should come here. I mean, you should at least have one or two. I mean, I was talking about having the ship containers, ship crate containers. Like, you should be able to have one.
How do you gentlemen feel about a male review? Y'all ready to go to work?
But if you actually think about it, like when you think of a strip club, you think of people coming out of state. Who's gonna come out of state and be like, "Hey, y'all been to that strip club in Biloxi?"
Well, look at these specimens right here. I'm opening a male review now.
I'm thinking
It's
about-
my star talent right here.
Yeah, just go to Sibs. Y'all are good.
Is it the Patrick
Yeah.
Swayze and Chris Farley skit on Saturday Night Live? I'm thinking about right now in my head.
Oh God, that's an old one. You're pulling the deep stuff out.
Isn't that brain somewhere? Well, I mean, guys, it's been a great show. Look out, July 1, sushi. Lee's back in the States, New Mexico. I'm going to give you his cell phone number. I'll put it out on social media.
Oh God.
228-217. And I'll give that other 4.
No.
But I love you guys so much. And thank y'all for coming.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man.
Had fun.
Good pod.
Cheers.
Thank you guys.